Acı? Bahat, Ali dinliyoruz. Ama anne so. Ha? Ha? Ba't ka na eh? Ako nga, wala, huwag mo na. Ha?
My hair makes me look like a crazy person right now. And allow me to explain, because I have been engaging in only the purest, most concentrated form of lunacy. Twitter. I've been connecting dots that weren't meant to be connected. I've stumbled upon a web woven in lies, manipulation, and demonology. This is the kind of rabbit hole that will have you condemned to Arkham Asylum, and I'm going to share it with you now. And it all has to do with that big plane freakout video from about 2 days ago now. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. There was a lady on a plane who got a little rambunctious, so she stormed off saying that the person she was sitting next to wasn't real and it scared her. Ordinarily, like 5 or 6 years ago, this would have been viewed as just like a goofy haha moment from silly lady. But now, in the current climate of our world, people accept even the most outrageous shit as legitimate. So they're using this as evidence that the government is putting fake people on our flights or that reptilians exist. And apparently now you're asinine if you write off a situation like this as just a drunk lady being rambunctious. I've also been keeping up with this. I'm sure all of you have seen this video already. Just in case you haven't here. This was the other day.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
So that blew up yesterday, and I have been glued to it ever since. So we live in a really awesome time period of our species where everything is deep. So this isn't just an isolated incident of a crazy lady having an unhinged episode. So I read like a 20K updated post on Twitter about how she's trying to let us know that there's a demonic presence on the plane by doing a 2 up, 2 down hand signal, which I'd never fucking heard of before. I had to look into this absolute lunacy. So I saw people debating on how she's trying to tip the public off that there was some kind of reptilian Satanist or something back there, which is what she's referring to as that motherfucker's not real. And they were being completely like genuine. Like they were being 100% genuine. I have been glued to it. People find symbolism in everything. Actually everything, and it's amazing. This has taken hold in a big way. Everything somehow ties into some kind of big Illuminati deep state plan reptilian hollow earth theory. And I have just been absolutely enamored with it all day. I must have spent like close to an hour just doom scrolling all the people hyper-analyzing this frame of her freakout. It's a jutsu. Yeah, the psychosis jutsu. Or maybe she's trapped in a genjutsu, which is why she thought that guy wasn't real. So then where was it? Oh, it's a different video. I think. Is it gonna be here? Well, apparently Carrot Top is on the plane. Don't really care about that though. Where's the there's a video posted showing green hoodie guy. Apparently who she was referring to was a guy in a green hoodie. And there's a video that's showing him. It's like, this is the proof this guy is actually not real. And then they're coming up with theories on what it is. Because he's just sitting there, like doing nothing. He was literally just sitting still, and that's it. And then someone, take it with a grain of salt because it's TikTok. So the guy himself is probably less than human, just a fucking cloud zombie. But a guy was claiming that he sat next to her, and that the guy in the green hoodie was ignoring her. And like, it was really awkward and weird, and that he was starting to believe that the guy wasn't real too, or something. It's such a rabbit hole of nonsense, I can't help but enjoy. Unsurprisingly, there's been a flood of people claiming not only to be on the plane, but also to be the green hoodie guy. There was a very popular TikTok video that's come out now from a guy claiming to be the green hoodie guy, and it's all baloney. As far as I've been able to find, the woman in the video hasn't come forward with any additional information, nor anyone actually associated with her or around her on the flight or anything like that. All these videos popping up of people pretending that they were a passenger on the plane and giving their insight into the situation, or the people claiming to be the subject that she's speaking on, are all just lying for the sake of some internet updoots. Those are the fake people. Those are like actually fake people. They're not real motherfuckers at all. They are just clout-obsessed
Online right now. Yeah, coach jacket, black hoodie, black tee, white tee, white crew neck, black long sleeve, metal pin, string mags, navy flag, and this is cheap quick extendies. Thanks so much, guys. Good luck, much. Do you have your first time jacket off?
Yeah, I do. I was doing it like I was starting a fire. I was like, hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. I'm Joey, and as always, I'm with Gon and Sea-Dog. Hello.
Why is he gone? Why am I see that one?
Because you got the dog in you. That's why.
You got the dog in you.
You got a dog.
I hope I don't.
You know what the dog in you?
No, isn't it like a sexual term now?
What?
Okay, so
Bro, memes change too fast. I
Yeah.
always thought it was just like, he's like the cool kid.
I thought it always meant, yo, this like, it's a guy who will perform under pressure, like
Yeah.
when no matter what, you know, because he got a dog in him. But I don't actually know because I actually just guessed that out of googling it.
I thought it was just like I thought it was like a substitute for Riz.
Okay,
Like he's got the Riz, he's got the dog in him.
Okay, so like new words pop up all the time. When did Riz become a thing? Because I'm like, I just want to make sure that my first time hearing Riz and your guys' time do match up, or if I'm just like out of touch.
I
You know?
don't even know anymore, man. Like with how fast memes are moving nowadays, like
Yeah.
I don't, every other week there's a new word that people are just saying on Twitter. I'm like, what did I miss?
And I feel like the fact that I'm seeing it on Twitter means I'm 2 months out of when this actually started somewhere else on the internet, probably on TikTok or something, right?
Yeah.
I try to find the thing of the dog.
The thing of the dog.
Thing of the dog.
I don't. You know, I just
I typed in
pretend.
dog and I just showed up.
I just pretend like I know what's happening and I just say the words in the same way that everyone else.
Like where did Riz come from?
The thing is, because we're like, man, where did this come from? But then there's probably like some really well detailed history of where exactly it came from and when it started being used. Because that's what it always is.
Yeah.
It's just probably more
I'm waiting
mainstream.
for the 1 hour doc YouTube documentary of the history of Riz.
Really well detailed history of where exactly in the same way that everyone else.
Like where did Riz come from?
The thing is, because we're like, man, where did this come from? But then there's probably like some really well detailed history of where exactly it came from and when it started being used. Because that's what it always is.
Yeah.
It's just pretty more
I'm
mainstream.
waiting for the 1 hour doc YouTube documentary of the history of Riz.
Just wait for a lesson in meme culture. He'll tell us.
Yeah, because like sometimes a word just makes sense, you know. Like the first time I heard drip, I'm like, I get it. I don't even know the full context of it.
We've
But
had this exact same.
Have we actually?
You said, and I swear you've said this exact same sentence with drip as the example.
oh my god,
And we're 150.
I have to say,
something
you
episodes
started
in.
saying this, and I was like, no,
Deja vu.
You've literally- we've had this.
I've heard
podcast.
this conversation before.
You've said this. Yeah, okay. So, give me the cliff notes. Come on. I think we've had this exact conversation.
I think we have this conversation every time there's a new
Because
word that
this
comes
last
out.
time was busing, right? And we had this whole conversation about why.
Has that died?
Yes.
No, it kind of came back with that whole like I'm buzzing meme, right? Have you seen that?
What? No.
What? It's like a horrible meme. It comes from this gay porn, and it's just like a dude who is obviously not a native English speaker, and when he
Okay,
buses,
it's a different busing.
yeah, he's like I'm buzzing. Yeah, I have to show this.
That is not the busing
I
that
have
we're
to show it
talking
to you.
about.
It's so funny. Yeah, but now it's like it used to mean like, oh man, this shit's like really good. Like oh, this food is buzzing, right? But now it just means just busting it up.
I
Like,
don't think it does. I mean, in one corner of the internet. I
I always took it that way. I'm like, if I ate a piece of food, I was like, oh man, this shit's busting. But now it just means busting. Like busting.
I've never heard someone. I've never heard it in that context. I'll be honest.
no.
You guys
Is
are
this
both
a TikTok thing that
No,
we've
it's
fallen-
definitely a Twitter thing for sure.
All right,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of which, like, okay, new topic. I hope we haven't talked about this. Maybe we have before. Is it hard to make friends in 2023? Because I don't know what, like, okay, I live by the algorithm, so I don't know if YouTube Shorts thinks that I don't have many friends.
It's like you've been watching too many YouTube shorts. You clearly have no friends.
Yeah, so I've been recommended a lot of shorts recently, just about like this fucking street interviews that happen, and there's just been like a bunch of shorts I've been recommended about just people talking about, do you have any real friends, or how many real friends do you have in your life? Right?
Are you okay, guys?
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
We need to hang out.
I'm okay. I'm saying I'm okay, but I find it interesting seeing all these YouTube shorts. And I think like Phil and Franco did a like news article recently.
Yeah, about
recently.
like how like loneliness is like fucking
Yeah,
exploding right in the news.
how like in this day and age, more I think I don't know if it's more men or just more people in general are more lonely and single than they're like in like the history of like modern.
See, I'm not too sure about those statistics, right? Because it's like I think about that.
wait.
I love that. I'm sorry. You were like, in my opinion.
Facts.
In my opinion, those facts are questionable.
Yeah,
because like
calling this episode, Are We Lonely?
Yeah, because like I feel like with like the social media and everything, right, and the internet, and we've had this conversation like way early on in a podcast episode about like are online friends considered real friends, right?
Yeah.
And like I feel right, but that's also a point of contexture of like a lot of people who are just like totally online do see online friends as like real friends because maybe they don't have like actual IRL friends.
I think we should discern what you mean by online friends. Is that someone you've never met, or is it
well, it could be like someone you talk to every day on like Discord, or like someone you talk to consistently on Twitter or Instagram. Maybe you met them once IRL, but for the most part you met them online through social media.
That changes how you look. I'm just not to get stuck in the details here, but I think if you've met someone and then you talk a bunch online, it makes way more sense because it's like, okay, we met up, and there's probably the expectation that we'll meet up again. But if you've never met up and you're only talking online, then I think there's a question of like, okay, well,
is that a real friend?
Well, it's weird. Yeah, I mean,
well, because there's a lot of people, even in our personal lives, of like we've only talked to them online, we've interacted with them online, but we've never actually met IRL, right? But that doesn't mean that they're any less of a friend than say like us three or anyone you actually meet IRL. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So theory here. So I was kind of memeing when I said no, but kind of like also half not memeing.
Yeah.
Because we're friends, right? We have a lot of friends, right? We're social people, right? But it's like kind of like the vibe I got from all of these TikTok fucking YouTube short like rabbit hole I went through was that a lot of people nowadays have acquaintances, but there's very like the people that you'd actually call like your real friends is like kind of like on the decline.
Okay.
And
So then what is the border between a friend and an acquaintance?
That's the real question, right? That's the real question. How many people in your life would you actually consider like a real friend versus someone you hang out with, and where do you draw the distinction in that, right? And for me personally, at least, for me, it's someone that I can feel totally as an introvert, right? It's someone I can feel totally comfortable just being myself and not fearing being judged or having that little barrier to be like having that little voice to be like, can I say this in front of this person? I don't know because I don't know them that. I mean,
I don't know where the boundaries.
I don't know where the boundaries are, so I don't know how far I can push the boundaries. So I can call you guys fucking so whatever, and I'm like, I know you guys can take it.
You've just been downgraded to acquaintance.
Sorry, you're probably gonna have to fucking beat that up because of YouTube's law and everything like that. But some people you're still like feeling the water about where your like boundaries are, and that to me is when I can call someone like a true mate.
Right.
Someone that I can hang out with, not just hang out, but actually talk to them about anything, and not have to feel like I have to play a certain, let's say, role like when we hang out.
So, okay, now is there? Because often these surveys and stuff, they ask not how many acquaintances, how many friends, how many close friends do you have?
Yes.
So that's the barrier, would you say, for you to be friends? And then what would a close friend be? Or do you consider all friends close friends?
I consider all friends close friends.
So how many friends would you say that you have? Because this is like a common question that you also get asked in these questions.
Yeah. I would actually say I have quite a lot of friends that I consider myself close with. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. For example, everyone who I invited to my wedding is at least like, if not like a very very close friend, someone that I consider very very comfortable. And I had like
you're in like the 40-50 plus range.
Yeah, I have like it's okay. So but here's the thing. I feel like really really lucky. But the reason, okay, so compared to a lot of other YouTubers and a lot of other Twitch streamers that I talk to online in the online space, I actually like I'm actually not too social on my, let's say, professional side. A lot of Twitch streamers are very, very close friends with their fellow streamers or YouTubers or something like that. And I am not someone who spends a lot of time speaking to a lot of other fellow creators unless they're fucking you guys, basically. And I realized part of the reason for that, part of the reason for that is just because I've kind of like, with the friends I have now, with friends I have back home, abroad, and like people I feel close to, I'm like at kind of like, not a cap, but it's hard.
I'm friendship out.
Yeah.
You gotta line out. You don't want to wait.
It's hard to keep up with what everyone is doing.
No,
do you know what I mean? You
sure.
only have so much time in a day, and if you're a close friend, I actually want to be a close friend to you as well. And that friendship takes effort. It does take effort.
I also think we have to acknowledge that we're in a very unique position where there are more people who, let's say, want to talk to us than necessarily maybe we want to talk to other people.
Yeah.
Not saying that like fans are friends or anything like that, but there's always people kind of approaching us or meetings. You always kind of like, even if it doesn't work or not, you always meet people. So I think having that stress removed from, we never have to, I have no concern in the world about, am I going to meet enough people? I'm like, okay, I'm going to meet too many people. Now I'm going to right? Yeah. So I think that's important to acknowledge when we discuss this. In terms of loneliness in general, or lack of friendship in general, that's tough. I think male loneliness specifically is higher nowadays. If you ask how people feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Loneliness has to be a feeling, right? I mean, it's not like we don't just go and be like, Don, I've checked out your friend list. You're fucking lonely.
I have diagnosed you with loneliness.
It's like people say they're lonelier. And I don't know what that means. Does that mean they're just unhappier and they feel lonely?
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like it's really hard to.
So we are not professionals in this thing. This is purely
completely our opinion. It's completely our prerogative. But
we
like,
live in a lonely country.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I understand it's completely our prerogative, and many people can take this in many different ways. But like, when I saw like the statistics of like, loneliness has gone up, I'm like, can you like even quantify something that is like pretty subjective? Like, because I'm sure there are people who have 2 friends, but do not say that they're lonely because they're very content with just having a small group of friends. And then there may be some people who have maybe 10 or 20 friends, but say like, but I don't have 100 friends, so I'm lonely. Right?
Well, I mean, loneliness, I guess, is it's not so much about how many friends you have or whatever that is. It's just
the quality of the friendship.
Yeah, well, it's like they're asking these people, hey, do you think you're lonely? And they're like, yes. And I guess it doesn't matter how many friends or whatever they have, because you could have 500 friends and feel you don't have a deep connection with any of them, and be lonely, right?
Yeah.
I'll be a very popular person, but feel like you can't reconnect to any of those people. So I think it's kind of talking about how many friends you have is not so much important. I think a lot of these, when I've read all these stuff, a lot of them tend to be focused on more like how many meaningful friendships.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people get their kind of core satisfaction or a lot of the satisfaction in their life from those like 2 to 5 people who are like, these are the people you probably turn to the most about a lot of things. I think that's true for me as well. The more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I often don't want to talk about all of my stuff to everyone. It's like, there's pretty few people who I talk to about certain things more often than not. Because you're like, I don't want to give everyone the fucking rundown every single time. You know what I mean? Like, you want someone who gets it. You're like, let's talk, right? That being said, I think that there's a lot of the coronavirus definitely kicked into high gear loneliness on like a crazy scale. Also, I think people growing up now have also had a harder time. Like, let's say, especially people who are like just leaving high school, who then got thrust into the coronavirus, where they're like, oh, you were supposed to go to college.
Now you can.
And that's like, now you have to do Zoom, and it's like, okay, well, you missed out on a lot of very important maybe social learning opportunities. And I think a lot of people also just lost a lot of friends during COVID because you didn't, even if they didn't like fall out or anything, like, you just didn't hang out. And that's like, and I think as we get older, we realize that maintaining a friendship is probably the hardest part about having friendship. It's not about making friends. It's about, am I seeing this person enough to be on like good terms or to feel like we're actually friends? And I think that was the thing that was affected a lot during the pandemic, and it's snowballed.
And I think that to me is the big thing. That's all good points, because like the reason I say, like, I mean, I'm very blessed, I think, with my friendship groups that I found, because one of the big reasons is we have hung out a lot in the past. I've moved countries now, so I don't get to talk or hang out with them as often as maybe when I lived in England or when I lived in the same country as them. But there's always that mutual trust between both parties that when we meet up, we can still talk about anything, nothing's changed, and things can be completely comfortable. And that's the big differentiator for me when I finally understood what it means to have like a lifetime friend. You know, because everyone has different fucking priorities, everyone's doing different shit in their lives. You can't always be next to your friend or be hanging out every week.
Everyone's adulting.
Everyone's adulting, right? And to me, an adult friendship is having that trust and respect for each other. That you can have the same connection even if you haven't talked to each other for like a few months, even if you haven't seen each other for a year. But with the moment you hang out, you're like, fuck, it's all the same.
That's definitely for me my distinction between a friend and a good friend. Like, a good friend is someone that you can like not text or call or interact with for like months or even years at a time, and then the next time that a text or a call or a meetup is set, it's like nothing's changed. And you can just go right back to where you were in that same mentality of the last time you saw them or the last time you called them.
Yeah, I think we're also very fortunate in our position that we don't have to work a 9 to 5. That makes definitely hanging out with people easier.
I'd argue we're working longer.
We're more flexible. Like, we don't have a boss. If a friend has like a wedding, you know, we can be like, yeah, I'll come to the wedding, and there's no problem, right? Whereas maybe another friend couldn't go because they have work obligations. I think maybe we probably do work more in terms of like just looking at hours spent. We probably work a lot of overtime compared to the thing, but we doesn't feel like that because we like our job, it's easy. We fucking a lot of the time it's not tough. But I think that's a very important distinction to make when us three specifically are talking about this kind of topic, because you know, it's being able to be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll come drink on a Wednesday. That's a thing that we can do, and we can decide if we're capable of doing that. Whereas maybe other friends like, I go home at 10 p.m. You know, and sometimes we have that, but I think that also plays a part in our flexibility that allows us to kind of maintain friendships more.
I mean, it's funny because, you know, most of the friends I hang out with, you know, that I do consider close, I do normally do like a 9 to 5 schedule. In fact, a big problem has been sometimes when friends have assumed that I have more free time just because my schedule is more flexible. But I find that having a flexible schedule as a YouTuber means that I get more time to hang out with other YouTubers. You know, it doesn't necessarily. Do you know what I mean?
I know. That ends up happening a lot because often you just can't hang out with people all the time who are working on 5. So they're so busy. There's like YouTubers and people who can like, let's go fucking get lunch. I think that's a very fortunate thing of our job.
Because so like another thing I've noticed is that I feel like part of the reason is I feel like there's a lot of tools in modern day and age that kind of can act as friendship simulators or loneliness,
like parasocially, you mean, or
not even just like parasocially, but something to make you trick yourself into making you feel less lonely, even though it's called
distractions.
Yeah, it's called distractions.
Well, it's like, you know, I think we grew up when that was all kicking off. You know, we had the internet, we had games, and at the time there was a lot of speculation from like boomers being like, damn, these kids, they're just not learning the life lessons that we needed. And you know, I think it's a lot of fucking horseshit. I think most people manage to have a completely well-adapted life, but the more it goes on and the older we get, the more I think, I mean, I had a fine time with it, but I think a lot of people probably did not adapt as well as they could have because they were so surrounded by video games. And I realized I was kind of fortunate that my parents did force me a bunch to socialize or go out, even when I hated it. Like, I did not want to at all. I fucking despised it. But I realized now that I'm older, I'm like, that was probably necessary that my parents fucking pulled my Xbox plug out and forced me to go outside. Like, it sucks to admit because I'm like, damn, this boomers a little bit. A part of me thinks that they were kind of right. Like, I think if I had unfettered access to just playing fucking mini-clip games like 9 hours a day and I didn't talk to anyone, I'd probably be a little weird. And I think it's because we just don't know. We have no idea what is going to happen from all this online access. I'm not playing something. The fact that we're just distracted 24/7, we don't really have to worry about being lonely. Because you can also, like, let's be honest, like, if you're feeling a little bit lonely, just fucking boot up a game and you'll be distracted.
Put on a Twitch stream, watch Trash Taste, you know,
watch a movie.
Yeah.
And like that does it for the most part, but then I guess after a while of that, maybe that those emotions kind of creep in and be a bit too overwhelming, right? And then you're not prepared for it. Like, it's just, I don't know. I find that we kind of we like adopted all this stuff and all this way of living, and we didn't really think about how it kind of affected us. And now even I'm like, you know, sometimes I'm watching shit, I'm like, man, I wish I just was hanging out with people instead. But I'm too deep in the source. Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's such a weird thing that I'm battling with and trying to understand myself.
It's almost like you don't know what exactly you want, right? It's like because you're content in the moment of like, oh yeah, you know, this game is sick, or like, oh, you know, watching this YouTube
It's like
video.
procrastination, right? Like I know I need to do something, but I also know that I can fool myself by playing games for 2 hours. And I'm like, what is that? What is happening in my brain there where I'm able to do that? Where I just like push that thing away and not worry about it. Just like I was watching these YouTube videos where people would it was like a guy, I forgot the name of the channel, it's a really good video, the Horse channel. He just basically just coached people through their finances who just fucked up.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
And it's like these people, you're watching them, you know, and they would like get into like really bad debt, and they would just keep making like really bad financial choices. And then they'd be like, hey, did you know you gotta pay this bill to like the IRS? And they're like, yeah, I know. You know, I just haven't got around to it. And I'm like, okay, like I feel like that pattern of pushing it away is exactly what is like kind of stems from the same behavior of like procrastination with like video games and work. Where it's like, okay, I don't want to deal with this problem, so I just distract myself, and hopefully I feel better for at least X amount of times I remember again. I distract myself again. It reminded me of like the same kind of behavioral pattern, but just way bigger impacts on your life detrimentally than opposed to just procrastinating.
I used to have such a bad problem with that when I was a kid. Like I always like whenever my parents would ask me to do something, or I had like some like homework obligations, or you know some obligations I had as a kid, and you know I'd always have this bad habit of being like, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. And my mom like said it, she's like, if you say you can do it tomorrow, you can do it today. And like that kind of made me realize like, oh fuck yeah, I'm like this is a bad habit to get in any aspect, financial or not, any aspect. Just be like, don't. It's copium. Like don't huff the copium. You know, like you gotta if there's shit you gotta do, then you gotta do it.
Yeah, because like you know even for me, like as I think I'm like a fucking heavy introvert, right? I think I'm very lucky now to you know be married, and I always have someone who
fucking virgin.
Right? Imagine being married. No, like every time I'm feeling just a tiny bit lonely, I can just hang out with Sydney, who's also my best friend at the same time, and I'm just like, I never feel lonely anymore, and that's just like, I know I'm blessed, and I feel that because every time Sydney takes either I'm away from Sydney or she's on a work holiday or something, even if it's just a week, I have like after the first 3 days of like the honeymoon period, I'm like, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry. I can watch all the anime I want. I don't have to worry what Sydney's watching and all that. After that period's over, I'm like, damn, the house is really empty right now.
Yeah.
Who do I talk to? And then that's the point when I start like messaging people to hang out more often. You can normally tell when I'm feeling that like void in my life. Because I think a big part of it is that I think it was in university when I first started to really feel the loneliness creep in, because in university you was like surrounded by so many people, and I couldn't, no matter how many people I was surrounded with, I could never stop that feeling of just like loneliness because I wasn't so socially adjusted back then, because going into like from high school to university. So like to basically combat that, I remember I had this like month period where I just tried to go out like almost every single day and hang out with whomever.
I think that's like because I did that.
Did you do that as well?
I think that's just like a thing that every college student goes through at one point in their life.
Yeah.
Like, it's just I think that's just like universal with all college students, because I did that exact same thing. And I was like, it just kind of came over me one day. I was just like, fuck. I'm just like not doing anything. And there's like no one around me. I just want to go out and like meet people.
Yeah, and because now like I feel like, you know, we talked about our online friends, real friends, and yes, they definitely can be real friends, but I think there is nothing that can be substituted for hanging out with someone like IRL.
Yeah, you need
absolutely.
that, like physical
That human
connection.
touch.
Yeah, like human touch. Because I feel like, you know, even sometimes when we talk in Discord, when we're doing like a kind of collab or something on something, the dynamic just shifts like a little bit. You know what I mean? There's something that's missing there that you don't get.
That's a big reason why we want to trash taste the IRL, right? Because of that exact reason.
You know, I think when you lose that, like paying attention to each other's eye contact or body language, or you know, somebody paying attention 100%, like there's all things that like really don't exist when you're like on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Because I can play video games and talk to someone, like, and I can make it seem like I'm paying attention 100%.
Yeah.
Not that's a good thing, but because you know, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's like it's not stimulating enough because you're not like taking in all the senses, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's so necessary to have that. I think
eye contact's like such a massive thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
100%. Remember during like the COVID times when you'd get on a call with a mate that you hadn't seen for a while, and then the camera would just be like on the side like that. You just see them, you look at each other looking at a screen and not looking at the camera, right? And you were talking to each other, but it didn't feel like you were communicating with each other. I don't know what the word to use, but there was a barrier there that I never like could get used to. No
Like
matter.
they're hearing you, but they're not listening.
Yeah. I'm like, are you like alt tab? Am I like second monitor like content right now? Are you fucking alt tabbing for YouTube right now? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I feel like with a real human connection, there's nothing that just substitutes hanging out in person, being there, making eye contact with them. And sure, you can have a fun time hanging out online and stuff like that. But I feel like if you never meet up in real life, and once you meet up in real life, it's kind of hard to go back to online. That's what I've noticed as well.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's why I find it so hard to do like collabs with other content creators when it's like online, because I've just gotten so used with Trash Taste now and a lot of other content that we do where we are hanging out IRL, and it feels so much more genuine to me, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I prefer in-person collaborations.
Yeah.
Something more worthwhile.
Today's episode is sponsored by PayPal Honey, the easy way to save.
At your back. Finish this. You'll make a fine rug.
No sign.
Ama game geçmedi ama.
I sense a presence.
Acha to janna jani na ge. Acha to no jani na ge. Janna hoga.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my gun,
My brother Vilcus is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace. Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands. All right then.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle it.
Writhing in the field from our own corruption.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. Morin's looking to protect yourself or deal some damage. Don't forget to check the side.
Everything's all right?
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that honor. Have you met my father? He's the steward up at Dragon's Reach. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Until next time.
Welcome to War Maidens. Now the finest weapons and armor. Good doing. This with you.
Need something? Take care.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double-cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
Death is highly overrated.
Did you see someone run past just now? Great. Thanks. Bastard stole from me. I'll catch him, though. You think you can take me?
Death is highly overrated.
Victory or Solengard!
some action. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sick of waiting. When are we gonna see some action? You're going.
You'd have me do what? Join the college and prance about casting spells all day? Probably not, but it's worth a try.
Go fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real problem.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground? No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. No matter what, the college will endure. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Mirabelle will be waiting for you.